the summary video. We're here in Cambridge. All right, the first thing we're going to have to deal with on this job that we have to call the city, pre-existing non-conforming, we have a 24-inch step up that has to be approved by the city if it's going to be grandfathered in. Okay, I'm here with Inspector Meneses here is also with me, and let's take a look. So the issue we're going to have is we have a pre-existing non-conforming rail. The city may want you to put some bars in here, some full railings with 4-inch. If this is going to have children, this is an issue that it could be grandfathered in. But again, David Burns or Ranjit, the commissioner of Cambridge, would have to approve this. Most likely, they're going to want a railing here, right? What else? What else they want to do here? They want to put a rail here and at least block this off, so that nobody can fall off this roof, because it looks like a fairly new rubber roof. What do you want to do here? What do you want?
Wood.
Put in a new piece of pressure treated here. There's some nails going into the roof.
Yeah, it should not be there.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to just make sure that this gets done. So what do you want to do up here?
Two brackets.
Two brackets?
Bracket, yes.
Okay. It looks like it's lag screwed into the building. It looks like they have new 3/8 lag screws there. So that's okay on both on the rails. I don't see too much rust in the connection. It's still original hardware, so we're gonna have to. We can sign off on those, but there's a disclaimer.
Yeah.
And what about the brackets? They got the through bolts. We identified the through bolts here. And again, we can identify the through bolts going into the building. But there's welded connections. There's no bolt on that. There's no bolt there. There's no bolt there. So to eliminate the disclaimer on this one, is we put a bolt on that corner, a bolt on this corner, and a bolt in that with a gusset on the back corner. Then it eliminates a lot of the need for the load test. Anything with the grading? Oh, the grading looks all right.
The gray is fine.
Yeah, it's showing some signs of expansion, but it doesn't look like it's ready to give. But usually we can put a brace underneath that to make that last another 10, 15 more years. Okay. So the major concern on this and on the ladder, what did you notice about the ladder down below that you didn't like? Looked like there were some screws down there that
the small screws.
They're very small screws at the very bottom. It's supposed to be at 3/8. Otherwise, we don't see too much. If at this time he wishes, you can also raise this up and put this on pressure treated also, because it's right into the roof.
Yeah.
And a lot of times there's a leak that happens because of that. But otherwise, the city's going to have to okay whether or not this pre-existing rail can stay, and that whether or not they're missing a rail on this side. So the city will allow. We'll speak with David Burns or with Ranjit. And again, this step down of about 24 inches into the kitchen area has to be approved by the city also. Any questions? Fire escape engineers, inspect this summary video. 866-649-0333. Fire escape engineers, inspect the summary video. We're here in Cambridge. This fire escape here has some issues. One of them is going to be dealing with a lot with a structural, but it's missing. What's it missing over there?
Yeah.
What do you need? Another bracket?
Another bracket.
So this bracket is here. It ends there, but it needed to have another bracket or something that can put a foot to that roof over there, because it's dangling there. But let's talk about.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
How are we doing?
Doing good. The grading, the separators. We need to reinforce the separator. But the main thing we're concerned about is somebody had cut the plate. That bolt over there, the through bolt is coming out. Right up there. Looks like somebody cut the plate on the inside. And the other side, the same thing. Okay. And over here, too. The bolt is coming out, so that bolt is no longer... I don't know if somebody did during the renovation, if they cut that or something. So you need to reinforce the grates with a McNichols flat underneath. Looks like they changed all the bolts on it, and they did on this one what they didn't do on the other one, which is secure the ladder with the U-clamps. They changed all the bolts, all 3/8 into the building. They painted the fire escape. So there's only a few other things that need to be done on this, and then we can certify. The ladder looks good because it's all new bolts. Looks like a new ladder too.
Yeah.
And it looks like it has all 3/8 lag screws into the building, so that looks good. So really, it's this bracket. This bracket is loose and coming out. That bracket is loose, and you can actually see in there the head, the whole thread. The grating up there also is showing signs of expansion on the inside. And then we have the welded brackets again. As soon as you pop a bolt in the bracket, there's no need for a load test of any kind. The last thing we have is, this one is not as as bad as the other one, but this one should be, looks like this is within 12 inches. This might be no problem, but we have to ask Ranjit or Burns to accept this the way it is. And,
See the plates there.
yep, there's a plate here. That's good. So we have the plate there. Is there a plate on the other side?
We cannot see because the refrigerator.
Yeah. So it looks like it just needs to be tightened. Yeah. They might have to move the fridge. And it looks like the up above here, it's in this chase, but we should be able to tighten that up. Sometimes, you know, they move, when they take the sheetrock out, it loosens up.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what could have happened here. All right, we'll double check that and verify. Fire escape engineers inspect the summary video 866-649-0333.